All right, good morning, friends. So we have our Tune In Tuesday Yin Yoga practice, and we're going to be focusing on the back, the neck, low back, shoulders, working with maybe some anxiety, grief, frustration, anger. These are all things that occur. We are humans. We are actually souls having a human experience, right? So things happen and we need tools. And this, for me, yin is a wonderful tool to help me with my anxiety, with dealing with day to day, with just the normal things that happen. And this is how I like to heal and kind of just give myself a little break. So I said I wanted to start with the 4 thumps, but before that, just have your props, 2 blankets, 2 blocks of bolster, anything else that you need for your yin yoga practice. And of course, always working within your range. Do what feels right and comfortable and safe, never going beyond your range of motion. So be safe always. So finding that comfortable seat, cross-legged, easy pose, Sukhasana. Find your shoulders over your hips and level your chin. Just notice if you're tucking your chin in slightly or if the chin is sticking forward. Just kind of draw your head back so your head is in line with the rest of your spine. And pressing down into your sitting bones. Feel the length in your spine grow taller. Feel openness across your heart space. And let's find that stillness. Take a moment to assess what's happening on the outside, the physical body. And then take a moment to reflect and see what's happening on the inside, internally. Our emotional state, our nervous system, how is it feeling? Do we feel a little anxious? Do we feel a little sad? All of them are welcome. Remember, it's all about our perception and our lens of how we view the thing. Things can be neutral, right? It's our value, our perception of what we place on them that gives it meaning. So is there anything happening right now in your life where you can flip the switch a little, maybe look at it from a different perspective, or instead of placing so much value on it or giving it qualities of good or bad, positive, negative, can you let it just be neutral? And maybe it's our perspective that we can adjust and shift. Sometimes the things we think are negative can actually turn out to be something good and positive for us. Looking at things as opportunities or detours in the right direction. So sometimes those doors close and we have to be okay with it. There's a reason why the door closed. And we have to trust that that's for our best interest. We may not understand or know right now in this moment, but we can trust that it's for our own good. Take a few more breaths here in this stillness. And find that peace that you can create anywhere, anytime. And just gently blink open your eyes. Come back to the space. Let's switch the crossing of our shins. We've been here for about 10 minutes or so. So switch it up and then make any final adjustments or move about so you feel even on your sitting bones. Good. From here, we're going to just get right into the 4 thumps. So you're going to take your fist, or you're going to take like a little tripod. So thumb, pointer, middle finger. You can make a little tripod there. or a fist, like I said, and you can find your sternum and just tap, tap, tap. And this is very helpful for our thymus gland. This is going to help with our immune system. So if you start to feel like you're getting sick, I highly encourage you to do the 4 thumps. And this is energy medicine yoga. And it's lots of resources. I'm sure you can find some here on Insight Timer, but if you just do a nice little search, whatever search engine you use, search energy medicine yoga and things will pop up. Very interesting, cool stuff, which I love to teach, incorporate. So this is one of the things I do every morning when I take her out. And I just do my 4 thumps outside in the morning, looking at the sunshine, that rising sun with my eyes open, looking towards the east. So tapping here, this is going to help with the immunity. The B cells in the thymus gland are going to search and destroy. All right, now you're going to take pointer, middle finger. You can tap, 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 or you can do circles. Find your collarbones, move down about an inch or so. It's going to be a little soft, and then you're going to make little circles or tap right underneath those collarbones. This is the K27. Good. Vitality right here, helping with our vitality, making sure that chi, that life force is flowing. All right, now this is the one if you're dealing with anything, any unprocessed emotions, unprocessed food even. So if you're having indigestion or like lots of like gaseous, like not feeling good, like ugh, take that same grasp. You can circle, 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 or tap, tap. Think of your lines, your hems, the seams on your shirts, those side seams underneath the armpits on the rib cage. So circle, circle, or tap, tap, tap there. And that will help relieve any kind of indigestion or any unprocessed emotions, difficult conversations. So this will help with that. Good. And then more tap, tap, tap. All right, last one, underneath the eyes, gently tapping for the spleen and the stomach. Good. Tap, tap, tap around the orbital bones or just right on the bone underneath your eyes, very lightly. Tapping, tapping, tapping. Good. Just gently brush your hands off, release that. Stay for an inhale and exhale. Take another inhale through your nose. Exhale, drop right ear to right shoulder, getting right into our neck. So hopefully, if you don't recall the 4 thumps, just remember the name, 4 thumps, search it, and you can maybe look it up on Pinterest or anywhere. Social media, you'll find something pop up. But it's a great little practice to incorporate. Doesn't take very long. We did it a little bit longer, a little extended time, but you only have to do it for like 10, 20 seconds each spot. So under 2 minutes every day. Breathing here, opening up through that side of your neck. And softening with your exhale. Good. 2 more breaths here. Make them nice and long and full. Good. And then slowly on an inhale, lift your head, a little swivel, turn your head side to side. Good. Lovely. All right, bring your head back to center. Inhale. Exhale, drop left ear, left shoulder, opening up through the right side of your neck. I'm always grateful for the neck requests because I feel it too, so it's really nice to, also get a little benefit for myself as I teach. So that's why I always love practicing as I'm teaching. It helps me provide better instruction. It's a little more challenging when you're doing like a hatha class or, a faster vinyasa class to teach and do the pose, especially the vinyasa part. But so helpful to be able to guide in practice. Breathe here. And it wouldn't be very helpful if I'm just instructing without actually doing the posture, right? That wouldn't be very helpful. So this kind of setup, you have to do the practice. Good. And on the inhale, bring your head up. Again, a little swivel, turn the head side to side. Lovely. All right, and then just bring your chin towards your chest. Take some head circles in one direction. It doesn't matter which way you start, but move as slowly and carefully as you need. Use that breath. Release any tension that you are holding in your shoulders and your neck. Good. Then just do two more in the same direction, and then reverse the direction of your head circles. Go as slow as you like. There is no hurry, no rush. Just feeling what's happening as your head is moving in this circle. Pay attention to any areas that feel like it gets a little sticky, a little stuck. And then notice if it's easy, if it just glides. We want to get that gliding sensation where it's not difficult or sticky to move. And then gently bring your head back to center. Pause here. Good. And then slowly lift your head back up. All right. Let us come off of our bolster. We've been sitting for a while. So let's go ahead and come off. And if you want to take some movement here, maybe cats and cows, or just gently extending one leg out, getting a little movement in the lower body. So take a few moments to move your body as you need. Stretch it gently. Good. And don't forget to move with your breath. Make sure you are still breathing and honoring your body, never forcing or pushing your body beyond its limits. There are reasons we have limits. We can definitely push the boundaries. We can get right to the edge, but then we back off, right? We're not trying to punish or hurt ourselves. We love ourselves. We want to move in a way that is loving and kind and compassionate. So when we notice the body is having limitations, we go, okay, that's fine. That's all I'm doing today. And that's okay. All right. So let's get a little bit more into the shoulders. Let's come down to a nice child's pose with hands on blocks. And that is where we're going to be for a few moments. So get yourself set up. If you need to add any props underneath you, if you want to add a blanket underneath the knees, if they need a little extra something, or if you need to add a blanket underneath the sitting bones, if there's no connection, or if you want to even use a bolster, totally up to you. So take your props, set them up, and I will set a timer for us, and we will be here. Let's stay here for, this is going to be a little spicy. Let's try for 3 minutes. So let's get down to it. Hands come onto the blocks, and then sitting bones reaching down towards the heels. Forehead comes to the floor. And if the shoulders cannot stay shoulder distance, if they have a little bit like an impingement, or you've had a surgery or something, take those hands wider. Obviously, take the blocks a little bit wider and come down. Forehead can rest on a little pillow or a little blanket if you need that. Keep softening and releasing as much as you can, releasing those sitting bones back, letting those shoulders get nice and open here. How is that breath? Can you breathe into your back body? Can you allow the back to expand, the shoulder blades to expand with your breath? Keep taking those deep cycles of breath. Good. Carefully. On an inhale, begin to lift your head, walk your hands back, come out of your extended child's pose. Good. And then just notice how you're feeling. Just pause here. So you may be feeling something in the upper back. I know I'm feeling a little something in the thoracic. Keeping my palms on the blocks like that kind of put a little bit of an arch in that area. So you might be feeling some sensation. Hopefully it feels good. All right. So let us take a blanket roll. Oh, Betty, I am so sorry, Mama. I got to move you. I should have taken the blanket earlier. All right. Can I grab a blanket from you? Is that okay? I'm going to move you. You want to get up? Sorry. I know. So much movement. Well, it was going to have to happen one way or the other. Sorry. I tried. I tried not to move her. I tried to be gentle. Okay, friends. Here we are with our blanket roll. Let us take this blanket roll. If you don't have a blanket, use a towel. A nice, long, skinny roll. I know, Mama. You can go back over here. You want to go back and lay down on the blanket? You can. This, I think, is going to feel really lovely after that thoracic spine little movement, if you felt what I felt. So we're going to take this one across the yoga mat, and we're going to bring our arms and our head over the roll. So it's going to go right at that kind of bra strap level. Now, we're going to add the legs too. So soles of the feet come together because I want to target both areas. We'll get the hips and we'll get the upper body. So if you want to bring blocks, you can do that. Or if you want to take another blanket roll, I'm going to use a blanket roll. So same setup. Both blankets are rolled in the same fashion. One's going to go over the tops of the feet and then tuck those tails underneath. You may have to adjust a little bit. That's okay. Take your time. But once you get there, just release. Oh, yes. So now my shoulders, my head over, but arms. So there's just a little gentle lift in the heart space here. I'm going to goalpost my arms because that's just what works right now in this space. And let us go ahead and be here for about 4 minutes. So find yourself getting into that position. Make any adjustments. And once you feel like you're there, we're going to hold still. And then begin taking those breaths. We want to take those nice full deep breaths to move that energy that we are opening, right? We're making some movements here. We're putting our body in these positions that opens up the channels so the energy can flow. And once that energy is flowing, we want to move it with our breath. We want to get it out on those exhales. Keep breathing into your belly as well. The other pose in child's pose, we were expanding through the back body. Can you expand through the front body now? The chest, the belly. Feel everything expand through the side ribs, the rib cage. Move that stagnant energy that's just been hanging out. All right, my friends. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Take your hands on the outsides of your knees. Carefully bring those knees together. And then maybe just begin to straighten the legs. An option too is if you want to keep the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, and just kind of knock your knees in together. That's an option as well. So if the low back is a little tender and having the legs straight doesn't work, prop the knees up into a little pyramid shape, and then when you're ready for movement, maybe just take the knees side to side, a little windshield wipers here. And just gently hug one knee in towards your chest. If you want to come off of your blanket roll, you're more than welcome to. If you want to leave it there, you can leave it there too. I give you full permission to do whatever you want to do, right? This is your body, your practice. Do what feels right. And then gently switch out the legs. Bring the other knee in towards your chest. And carefully release that leg. Roll over to one side. And then since we're here and we already have it set up, let's do a little scapular movement opening here. So on your side body, if you have that blanket roll, place it back. If you left it there, then you're in good shape. We're going to just roll over onto the right side. So find that blanket roll right at the rib cage. So it's a gentle lift in that upper torso area underneath the armpit. Betty, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you licking the air? What's going on? What do you have? A hair in your mouth? Come here, mama. Or just look like a weirdo on camera, licking the air. Okay, I don't care. Okay, sorry. All right, knees can be bent. You can straighten them a little bit. Any kind of, version that suits you. I'm going to keep my knees a little bit bent. That works for me. You can extend the arm straight and let your head rest on the arm, or you can keep the head propped up with your hand and you're just kind of resting on your side. So make your choice. Let's be here for 2 minutes. That would be plenty spicy, I think, for this little movement. Now, breathe here. You don't want to hold your breath, but you'll definitely feel sensation as you inhale and exhale. It might be a little tender. Be gentle. You don't always get into this kind of shape, so it could be a little different sensation than your normal, like than what you're used to. Breathe through the sensation. Soften through your jaw. Maybe even close your eyes. Continue to take those nice full breaths. And then just let your body melt over that prop. Let that prop do the work. Remember, that blanket roll right here is pushing in to the rib cage. Stay for that last breath. Slowly exhale. Choices. You can carefully roll to your back and then roll to the other side. That's one way. Or I'm just going to take this blanket roll I already have here and flip over to the other side. So, finding that just right spot, deciding how you want your arm, adjust your legs. And here we go with our time. 2 minutes on this side. And you might start up high. It might be a little bit easier to start up high with the head resting in the hand, and then maybe eventually you straighten the arm out. But these are all choices. You have to find what's going to work best for you today. It might feel different from side to side. This side right now feels a little bit more intense than the other side. So I'm just kind of listening to my body, honoring her and what she says, what she's asking for. And just breathe. Take those nice full deep inhales. And take those emptying exhales, all the breath out. All right, begin to deepen your breath. Maybe pop your head onto your hand if it's not already there. Bring that other top hand down and then hands on floor. Slowly bring yourself back up. So good, right? Ugh, it's nice to get into some of those spaces. And it was nice after like doing the 4 thumps, we kind of already like got into that space a little bit. Thought it would be nice to just add that. We had the blanket roll already there. Sometimes postures just kind of lead into other postures. So back, neck, low back. Ooh, let's do something for the low back. Let's get into it. Let us take the feet wide. Let's come into a little bit of a dragonfly here. So take the feet as wide as feels comfortable and safe. We're just going to begin to walk ourselves forward. So getting into the legs a little bit too. If you need something under the knees, take a blanket roll, that one we just had, if that works for you. Prop the knees up if that's just too much to keep the legs straight. Another choice too, bend the legs significantly so the feet can come onto the floor, and then you can just kind of come forward in between the legs too. So don't feel like you need to straighten the legs out completely if that's not going to work. If you can, keep them straight and then walk yourself forward. So dragonfly down the center. And let's take this for about 3 minutes, a nice longer hold here. Don't feel like you need to take the feet really wide. Relax them. Let the feet roll open to the sides. Use whatever props you might need. So maybe it's a block. You can place a block under your head, however you need it. Also getting a nice stretch in the hips and the inseams of the legs, depending on how far you brought it out. And you're like, where's a blanket for me to lay on? Why did you do this to me, mama? Okay, there you go. Come on, mama, go lay down. Go to the blanket. Come on, lay down. Betty girl, come on. Okay, good girl. Good girl, mama. Oh, so good. And this has pretty much been like, besides the child's pose, it's our one for us to kind of just kind of go inward and draw the attention and the awareness inside as opposed to being on our back and looking around. This time it's forcing us to go inward. So take this moment of quiet reflection and be still and go within. Slowly begin to walk yourself back if you came down. If you use any props, just gently clear them off of your space. Good. Walk those legs in. Just bring the hands under the legs, bring them together, and then carefully find yourself onto your back. Just rock a little side to side. Hug those knees in. Good. And depending on your body and how you're feeling today, maybe it's going to be, a single leg twist to one side, bring that knee across your body. Maybe it's two knees, bring them to one side. Or maybe you feel like you want something a little deeper, and you take it into the twisted roots. So, whichever version of a twist you're taking, let's go ahead and go there and settle into the shape. We're not going to be here for a super long time. Just long enough to just get that spine twisted and release. So settle both shoulders onto the ground. And you can look over either shoulder or keep your head neutral. But really think about what's happening in your low back, working on releasing all of those tiny little muscles around the spine and letting the focus be on the soft tissues. So the ligaments, the joints, tendons, all of that, the fascia. Let all of it get nice and hydrated and juicy. All right, friends, carefully bring those knees up, unwind them if you twisted them up in twisted roots, and shift over. And then find yourself getting ready for that twist on the other side. Drop the knees down. Again, both shoulders on the ground. All right, begin to deepen that breath. Slowly inhale, bring the knees up. Lift the hips slightly, come back to center. Good. And then if you have a block or a bolster, you're going to lift up on inhale, press into the feet, and find that block under your sacrum or that bolster. Just take a little bridge here. Just lift the hips off the floor. Feel the back of your pelvis pressing into your support, whether it's a block or a bolster. Both shoulders are touching the floor, and you're looking straight towards the sky. And you're more than welcome to stay here. If you want to add on a little bit more, maybe begin to extend one leg and the other leg towards the sky. Find that balance of effort and ease. I can find a spot where my knees are slightly bent, but my legs are right over my hips and everything is just lined up and my legs feel like they are floating. So see if you can play around with this posture and see if you can find that just right space where the legs are just hovering and floating in the air.
All right, friends, the legs are extended, or if you're still in bridge, just bend those feet, bring the legs down, pause for a moment. And now let us all, if we're on the block and bridge, just gently lift the hips up, bring the hips back down, remove that block. And then if you want to hug your knees in towards your chest once more, you're more than welcome to do that. Rock a little side to side. Take the knees in some circles in one direction. Just carefully rocking around all over that sacrum, giving your low back a nice massage. And reverse. And as you are ready, find yourself onto your mat, heading into our most restful recovery shape we have to offer in yoga in our practice. So a little shavasana. So maybe you'll use a blanket under your head, maybe you'll use a bolster under your knees, or maybe nothing. Totally up to you. But find your most comfortable position for this final shape. And we'll meet on the floor together. And we will meet at the very end to close our practice. So don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. Find yourself, let's remember, this is an important pose. So even if you have to leave class early, if you can't ever stay the full time, that's totally fine. Because I know people have things to do and, timelines, agendas, all of the good stuff. Make sure to take a little shavasana before you leave your practice. So even if your practice has to end sooner, at any time, and this goes for any practice that you have, whether you're in a in-person class, you got to leave early, just let the teacher know, hey, I'm going to leave early. I'll take a shavasana and I'll be very quiet. I'll be by the door and I'll leave. Do that in this practice too, even online. Just take a few moments to find that shavasana if you have to sign off before class is over. But just find that stillness that you started with. And we're going to close with that too. So find your head on your mat or on your blanket and rock your head side to side. And then slow it down and find center. So you're on the flat part of your skull. And when your eyes are open, you can look and see the ceiling above you. And there's still a natural curve in your neck. The legs are relaxed, the feet roll open to the sides, the palms face up in order to receive. So again, finding stillness. We made space for this moment. Now stay here in this moment and receive all of the benefits of the practice.
Begin to deepen your breath. And then begin to add some movement to your fingers and to your toes. Extend that movement to ankle and wrist circles in one direction. And reverse. On your inhale, reach your arms over your head, full body stretch. Whew. Gently roll to one side and just stay there for a moment. Find some gratitude for your body, for your resilience, for your ability to stay consistent and show up, and to just commit to being the best person you possibly can be each day, and know that it's going to change, and that's okay. We don't always have 100% to give every single day, but the days that we do, we can. And just know whatever you give each day is enough. This is good reminders for me too, my friends. Oh my gosh. All right, how are we feeling, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for telling me exactly what was going on in your body and what you needed, whether that was physically or emotionally. I really hope this practice grounded you and gave you some peace and also some, you know, a tool, right? The four thumps. Hopefully you can take that with you and look it up and use that on a daily basis if it works for you. I love using the four thumps every day. It's just been part of something I do. I have lots of holistic practices that I incorporate into my morning routine. Just it helps me to feel grounded and to function and to know the little things that I do, the little habits I have add up over time and can make a big difference. And so that's something I like to talk about as a holistic health coach and yoga teacher, meditation teacher. Little things over time really add up. So those little practices that you do, lemon water, red light, grounding, all of it, getting out in the sunshine every morning, being out in nature, being with animals. So these are all the things that help me along with this yoga practice. So again, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for your donations. Your donations of $1, $2, $3, they all add up. So please don't think that your dollar or $2 isn't going to make a difference. Trust me, it adds up and it does make a difference in my life. So thank you so much for allowing me to be on this platform. Thank you for showing up. When you show up, whether you're showing up on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, remember Wednesday tomorrow night is rest and restore, restorative practice. And then Friday morning, I'll hold practice again for Yin, 8 a.m. Next week is going to be a little bit different, probably just Tuesday. Wednesday, I have an event for work. And Friday, I will be heading to Bishop, California for my uncle's celebration of life. So I won't be hosting on Friday morning since I'll be driving. So again, thank you so much for joining. And let's go ahead and close our practice. On the inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine universal energy to your heart centers. And that divine universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. The light in me salutes and honors the light in all of you, my friends. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you tomorrow or maybe Friday. All right. Yes, Donna Eden is the best for sure. Yes, love her energy medicine. Good stuff. Glad to see other people know who I'm talking about. Cool. All right. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you so much. Thank you, Marina. I hope this helped. And thanks for joining. Rebecca, thank you so much. All right, friends, love you all. And don't forget to drink your water. And Betty says, have a great day too. Okay, bye.